Hi Capricorn, it's so wonderful to see you virtually. I really hope you like my new filming studio. I've been busy setting it up and I hope you don't mind that I'm like a week late. I hope you can just think of this as a general reading for the entire month ahead. There are going to be some new updates to this channel as far as scheduling goes, so please have a look at that video if you haven't already. For the other signs, you can give me feedback by emailing me and letting me know if you really like this or if you just like the tarot. But I've been doing astrology summaries just for a few minutes before I get into the card reading, just to maybe help give you a better sense of the overall energies that are happening this month. I believe that we create our own reality. We're more powerful than anything in this world, but it is important to just have a general idea of the energies that are going around us so we can be better well prepared for things ahead. So overall, this month is going to be a big month because of Mercury retrograde and Uranus changing sign. And Mercury retrogrades are really great for completing things, reflecting on things. You just want to be a little bit careful about communication, and technology can kind of go awry as well. But overall, there seems to be a really great theme, an emphasis on your level of consciousness and awareness and growing that and nurturing that, as well as your environment, your communication, your structures, the structures of your life, perhaps your job or your house or your family, as well as your foundation, perhaps internal foundation or foundations like the location of where you live or your money. So you might have received, or you might receive soon, some good financial news, or your partner might have some wonderful financial news. But overall, it's a great day. It's a great month it's always a great day to appreciate yourself and to follow your joy. And you might be rediscovering talents or fostering current talents that you have and turning those talents into a side hustle or a business. So that could be your good news for this month. And if you are pursuing such an endeavor, I applaud you and I'm so excited for you. So yeah, this is a great month to play and to have fun. Perhaps like in last week's reading, there was some kind of new relationship that was blossoming for you. So perhaps other Capricorns are starting to get bitten by the love bug this March, or just fostering a current relationship or current friendships in your life. You might be writing, blogging, podcasting, publishing, speaking in front of groups, doing what you're really passionate about. It's a great month for that as well. Researching and maybe even learning the best ways that you love to be appreciated. Maybe there's other ways that people can appreciate you that you would appreciate more deeply. And we all have our own unique love languages. So perhaps you're also learning about other people's love languages and learning how to make them feel more appreciated. You perhaps might also be thinking about moving or changing careers or employment. It's a good month for that. A lot of big changes with Uranus changing sign. Uranus is all about change and giving you the energy to make those changes happen. So the things that represent the big structures and the foundations in your life could very well be changing. And if it isn't like a big change, like a job or a career or moving house, it might just be, just changing up your current home, or just making tweaks, that create a big sense of well-being and joy. There might be some really great news in your family. You might, like I said, decorate the house, spruce up the house. And in the last week of March, you might find yourself doing research, learning, studying, teaching, coaching, sharing what you know, your knowledge and your wisdom, and sharing your talents with the world. So Yes, March is a really big month for you Capricorns out there, and I just hope that it is the most successful, and I'm so proud of you. My little spiel before we get into the card reading. I shuffle the cards before I press play, right before I press play, and I don't hand pick them. They just come out, and so it's a very intuitive reading for you, especially for you. And so I have 6 tarot cards here and then 2 advice cards. And it goes without saying that my readings are general, so unfortunately these won't resonate with all of you, but maybe it might give insight about someone else in your life. But we're all on our own journey, so of course this isn't going to resonate with all you Capricorns out there, but hopefully the most important messages get out to you, to the ones who really need it. My readings are not date specific, so perhaps last week's reading would resonate with you this week, or this reading would resonate with you 6 months from now. And I work with the tarot and the oracle, and all the characters and the rules and the messages can be reversed. So I might say that I'm talking about you, but it might be another person in your life. So yeah, let's just jump right in. As I was shuffling and meditating on you Capricorn, I was feeling such a just like a clean slate, just like a fresh, clean, new beginning, and it's really exciting. And you have all these projects that are going on, and you're just surrounded by basically, you're like in the best chapter of your book so far, and things have never been this great before. You thought they were great before, but now things have this really clean and crisp and organized type vibe, and you're really starting to get traction in your life and this sense of progress, and perhaps you're attracting more people that resonate with you, and you're starting to feel more of this sense of satisfaction. So the first card that we have is the Fool, and he's just a free spirit, and he's on this new journey with his little doggy, and which just represents our wild and free side. And he's looking up into the heavens, and he doesn't see all of these waves behind him. He's just the perfect optimist. And so perhaps if some of you are just experiencing all these amazing, exciting things going on, don't forget to stay grounded, and to have a practical outlook on everything, but also while maintaining that positivity and that optimist. But you're surely on this wonderful new beginning, this new chapter in your life. And with the other cards that we have, you're definitely on the right track, or you're about to be. I mean, you can never get off your path, but if amazing things haven't manifested yet, they definitely are going to soon, and things are definitely looking up if you've been going through any kind of challenging time, which we all have. And so this looks like a really great future you have going for you, Capricorn. The next 2 cards that we have are the Emperor and the Ace of Swords. So there is some wonderful, beautiful, divine masculine energy that's going on here. Perhaps because of this new beginning, you cut something out of your life. So there was an ending of something. And I say that because of the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords is really great for breakthroughs, cutting the weeds out. And you can literally tell there's some plants there. And this is just really great for overall empowerment and getting what you want, and just overall fighting for what you want, opportunities. This could be financial opportunities as well, and just something that makes you feel very, very victorious. Wasn't necessarily anything that you cut out of your life. I like to think of this as like a man about to face some kind of battle without any sword or weapon or anything to fight with, and someone out of nowhere just hands him a sword, and right in the nick of time, he you hear the clanging of the two swords of him and his opponent, and you also have this crown here, so it's giving you the sense of sovereignty and authority and just overall victory and confidence, and going through life as if you have a crown above your head. And this also might represent the opening of your crown chakra, the opening of being more receptive to new ideas and thoughts and beliefs that are serving you better. So this really could be anything. This could be in terms of your career, your relationship, your spirituality, your overall health, anything that's really important to you. This could be, but overall, you have a very strong sense of strength and confidence going forward into your future. And this guy is all about structure and all about foundation and being a master and having that authority and having that fiery a sense of fierceness and empowerment, but still being very receptive and kind and loving and gracious, but still setting the boundaries and the standards and just overall divine masculine energy. This could also, if it's not you, it could also represent a very strong man in your life or a fatherly figure, or it could just be an inside look of your psychology and blending feminine and masculine energy together and becoming more more of a go-getter and putting more action and having a lot more energy in your life. And standing up for yourself and being that warrior that we all need to be if we want to manifest our dreams. The next two cards we have are the Hanged Man and the Six of Pentacles. And the Hanged Man, I think, is all about new perspectives, finding new ways of doing things, finding more balance, balance between being fun and creative and doing what is necessary to get done, but also having that time of stillness and that time of getting new perspective, like I said, which just gives rise to more enlightenment and senses of contentment and peacefulness. And so just taking that time, to you can think of this as like a child hanging upside down by the edge of their bed and letting all the blood rush to their head and just for a moment getting a new perspective and getting that energy rush, and then just going back to work or going back to play or whatever it is. And this can also represent to me balancing heaven and earth, balancing the earthly responsibilities that we have, and also being a spiritual being at the same time and delving into deeper levels of consciousness and awareness and kind of having one foot off the ground and one foot in the air. So this can represent a lot of things, but overall to me it just represents having a new perspective and having that balance between whatever it is. And it could be between being receptive and being a leader, which is the divine masculine and divine feminine. Or this could be balancing the mind and heart. Just like I said, I'm just going to be a cracked record now, but balancing the earthly responsibilities while still taking care of ourselves. So it's going to be really important for you to take care of yourself, Capricorn. I know that sometimes you can be a workaholic and you just want to go, and you want to make stuff happen, and that's like so amazing, but we need you, Capricorn. We need you to be healthy and to fill up your well inside and all of that. So don't forget to take care of you. And again, we have this balance with the scales. And of course, this is about money, which is wonderful, right? This card isn't necessarily about like long-term finances, but it is about, like giving to charities, donating, and also receiving like a loan from the bank or money that you had loaned to someone that you're now just getting back. And it could be anything really, and it isn't a long-term solution, but basically what this card is asking you is to tune into the mindset of abundance, meaning that abundance is just like breathing in and out. And that's how easy it's supposed to be. Sometimes we're the giver and sometimes we're the receiver, and life has its own cycles, and getting to yourself to this place of total self-sufficiency where you can where you always have the opportunity to donate money and to give to other people and to help out. And if you see a parent at a grocery store and their card is declined and their kids are begging their mommy or daddy for this and that, you can just step in and just pay. And I mean, that feels really, really great. This can also be a balance between giving and receiving emotionally, or in terms of knowledge. It doesn't always have to be about money. It can be in terms of emotions, and you have relationships going for you. And so you could be receiving emotional needs that maybe you haven't gotten a whole lot of in your life, and now is the opportunity to start receiving that, receiving deeper levels of harmony and love and trust, and just deeper senses of connection that you're giving and receiving on a more consistent basis. And so this could be with other people, or this could be with yourself, having a more consistent, self-loving relationship with yourself, and continuously finding moments, just moments during the day to just kind of check in with yourself and see how you're doing, and to tap into the deep reservoir of your heart to nourish yourself and rejuvenate yourself, just like he's rejuvenating these people here. And so you can think of these people as aspects of yourself, aspects of your psyche or your inner child, or however you want to think of it, and 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 giving to yourself throughout the day or throughout the week, however you want to do it. But be good to you, Capricorn. Be good to you. And then the last tarot card that we have is the Queen of Cups, which is basically being the master of your emotions. And by being the master of her emotions, she's been given this award, and she's just looking at how proud she is of herself, and she's just surrounded by these calm waters. She's not above the depthness. I mean, she literally is, but she still has a foot in the water, so she's still in tune with her emotions. She's still in tune with the emotions of others, and it's almost like she's looking into her heart, or looking into other people's hearts. And so no matter what kind of like emotional whatever is going on in your life, you have come to a point, or you are getting to a point, where you are a master of your emotions, and you're able to be present with yourself and to be present with other people. And for all the men out there that are thinking like the Queen of Cups, it okay, so like the mark of divine masculinity is being able to be aware and in tune with other people's emotions, and being aware of his surroundings. Just like when back in the olden days, we all lived in villages and communities, the men would be responsible for being the caretaker and the provider for that village, and protecting it, and being able to take care and provide and protect all the women and children, and that includes emotionally, mentally, physically. So in order for a man to do that, he needs to be hyper aware of his surroundings, and it's not all about divine masculine, and it's not all about divine feminine, and we all have a balance. And if you want to learn more about divine feminine and masculine energy, I would suggest that you listen to my video titled something like Divine Feminine, How to Manifest Easily and Quickly, or something like that. I was wearing a pink shirt. So for the men out there, you do have the Emperor, okay? So you are balancing these energies to become a more integrated being, and you can be both. And you can be the provider and the leader, and for women too. We can be receptive, and we can also be the leader and the go-getter. So for men and women, we can be both divine masculine and divine feminine, and it's all about balancing those two in a way that aligns with our unique personal essence, our soul essence. So please take that as you may, but all in all, I see you, Capricorn, just aligning these two, getting a balance of these two, of just getting a real handle on being receptive, and then putting that into action instead of action. Really finding time for yourself to nurture yourself, and to find ways to nurture your environment and your relationships and all of that, and have a really healthy balance and really healthy flow. And overall, this looks like an amazing month for you, and I couldn't be more excited for you. I think I'm gonna. And so now let's get into your two pieces of advice for the week or month, however you want to take it. And you have get grounded, just like I was saying, taking time for yourself, and Akasha, which is saying that your guidance is divinely guided. So I would say don't give in to like pressure or peer pressure, or just any kind of unnecessary urgency, and really instead tune into your guidance system, and just say no when you can, take time for yourself when you can, and whatever you're feeling is valid and true, and you're the only one that knows what is right for you. But whatever you're feeling, just know that it's being divinely guided, okay? And yeah, just get grounded. Find the things that really ground you and center you. For some, it's just going on a walk barefoot and connecting with the earth that way. For some people, it's just meditating or doing something creative that you really like. It really could be anything, and it can just be like really small. It doesn't have to take that much time out of your day or routine. It will just be a simple thing, and perhaps it could just be listening to an audio tape while you're driving to work, some kind of podcast, or a recording of affirmations that just help and center you into who you really are, and provide that sense of nourishment that you really need, Cap. So I'm going to leave it there. If you want to follow me over into the deep dive, which is really a master class on how to specifically implement practical ways of becoming a master manifester, I will be using the Activation Oracle deck, which has to do with sacred geometry. It's really beautiful. Sacred geometry is the language of the soul, and we'll just dive deeper into these energies, these amazing energies that are going on, and it will be a great way to know how to practically implement all of this. Okay, great. Yeah, I have to get grounded, but like, how do I do that? How do I manifest this really balanced life and stay healthy and to stay whole and well balanced? And that's exactly what these um, deep dives and extended videos are going to help you with. So if that's something that you'd be interested in, I'd love to have you, Capricorn. If this is where we part ways, I wish you nothing but love, joy, and harmony. Take care, Capricorn.